best podcast in the land. From the Hill Podcast with Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanaris Goodis, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Sit back, relax, and let go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to a fabulous episode. We have a very nice show for you tonight. So let's get right into the proceedings, shall we? First and foremost, as we always do at this time every single week, you can see the ways that you can connect with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook and X. And at the bottom of your screen, you see the ticker. It's full of all the updated information for all of our sporting teams, and also how you can get season tickets for basketball. All right, so without further delay, let's get into the housekeeping. First off, this took place on Saturday down in Daytona. Started off 14-0, 31 points later. We are at 4 wins and 6 losses. A whopping 412 yards given up to the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. That contributed to this defeat down in Daytona. We will definitely talk a little bit more about this later on. So let's go on as we talk about our next game, which happens to be our season finale. It takes place this Thursday night. Louis Cruz Stadium is the site. 6 p.m. Central is the time. Mississippi Valley State is the opponent. Blackout, get off my field is the theme to finish the season. So everybody, please, if you can, buy your tickets, show up with your black on. There's seniors that are going to be playing on this field for the last time, and they definitely want to go out properly. But also, everybody on this team wants to leave the field just like they did last year, with a victory. Your support is well received and appreciated. And here we go, volleyball. Volleyball team had a couple matches over the weekend. Friday, they took on Jackson State. They went all 5 sets and took them down. And then on Sunday, on senior day, they had Mississippi Valley come and they managed to sweep them. So that sets up the SWAC tournament, which kicks off this Friday. They take on Jackson State once again. This is a 4 versus 5 matchup. The winner of this game, more than likely, will take on regular season champion Alabama State. Good luck to our Lady Bulldogs as they go down to the SWAC tournament in Prairie View. Basketball, T. Gooden, take it away.
Yeah, we got basketball up in Nashville on 11/18 against Liscombe. Hopefully I'm saying that right. We got to get the boys back on. We defeated Oakwood, then we lost to UNA. So let's get the men back in the win column so we can get that momentum going for SWAC play when the real basketball happens in January.
That's right. That's right.
And then we got the ladies' home opener on Saturday at 2 p.m. at the event center. Come and support the ladies just like you supported the men. When we play Oakwood, they're going to need your help. Tennessee Tech is right up the street. So you know they have local players. You know they're going to come with some fan support on that Saturday. So let's not leave the Let's not leave the event center empty seats. Make sure you come on out.
That's right.
And we also have Coach Elliot Jones. So Elliot Jones is a good guy. Have a winter baseball camp coming up. As you see, got ages 9 through 12 on January 13th. The cost for that is $50. January 14th, you got classes 2024 to 2027. Not only do these guys get good collegiate baseball training, also is money into the baseball program. So make sure if you know a kid, get their parents to sign them up. If you want a kid to try baseball, sign them up. $50, $100. Each one teach one. So take that $50 and go sponsor a kid.
That's right.
And great news here From the Hill podcast is now, you can listen to it, not only watch it, over on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. So the podcast will be on those platforms the day after. It's a little technical stuff that has to be done to get it done. So we'll show up the day after, but we are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're also on AAMUsports.com/podcast. Shout out to Alabama A&M Athletic Department for putting us on that website. But yeah, you can listen to us now. So we're very, very proud of that. We've been doing this for a while now. You only been able to watch it on YouTube. So now you can't get in trouble at work. You can just listen to it on your phone and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, man. We are doing some big things, y'all. So that is our housekeeping segment. And thank you very much, T. Gooden. I know I kind of put you on the spot there, but you did a great job there, my brother.
Hey, you can't catch me slipping.
Well, at this time, we have our first guest of this evening. He originally hails from Chicago, Dave. Another Chicagoan. He's a 2017 graduate of Alabama A&M University. He is not a one-time, but he is a two-time champion on the Food Network. You saw him on Chopped, and also he competed on Fox Master Chef and also Cutthroat Kitchen. And he is the executive chef of his own venture called Cooking with Cam Live. Ladies and gentlemen, please receive Chef Cameron Dangerfield. Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? What's up, Bulldogs?
What up?
It is a blessing to be in the land of the living. How y'all doing this evening?
Hey, man, it is great for you to be on. So, Jen, go ahead and start us off.
All right. So I just have to kind of start off with a story. It's gonna be good. So I was able to participate, I think, in the last 2 years with your tailgate.
Yes. Good vibes.
Good vibes. And I want to say this because I'm an observant person. And the food, y'all listen, the food was top tier. This is not an exaggeration. I'm not saying this because he's on the show. If you can check my Twitter timeline, I have been talking about the food. But what I noticed about you was this. You not only would, handle the food part, but you literally went to guest to ensure that they were having a good experience. That stood out to me.
Yes.
So I want to ask this. We know you can throw down in the kitchen. We know you can. But what makes the entire package for you? Because not only was the food excellent, the customer service was top tier. So what goes into the restaurant experience for you?
So for me, can you guys hear me clearly?
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Yeah, so for me, I've always known from a young boy who I am, who I was created to be, and that is a servant leader. You have people who were born to be leaders, who were born to be at the front of the pack, and they all have different specialties. And even as a child, I was always the one that wanted to lend a helping hand. So for me, even going to A&M, at the tender age of 18 and leaving Chicago, I never thought that I would actually be working, in a service position because I studied finance. I wanted to be a big hot shot with a corner office, with my feet up on my desk, acting like I'm doing work. I never actually physically thought that I would be the person like in the field. So for me, honestly, it's just me showing up every single day, every moment, being my true and authentic self. And it just so happens that I went to a university where our motto is service is sovereignty. And from the moment that I got to A&M, my first week, I was trying to figure out what can I do to serve the people, and that's when I got in student government. I was in student government for 4 years. From student government, I was a part of multiple organizations, the fashion organization, the dance organization, the Bulldog Pride Committee. Bulldog Pride was one of my favorite things because we brought the Retool Your School to A&M in its inception in 2013. And that was just one of the first times I was like, wow, as a student, I can still be of the people and do for the people. So to answer your question, honestly, if I can show up and I can wake up and be there on time, that's all that I need.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
You know, it's good that you mentioned about the Retool Your School, because everybody knows A&M owns Retool Your School. So I didn't know that you were part of that group that brought Retool Your
I
School
actually,
to us.
funny story. I actually cut down the first branch. It was me, Mr. The President Hugini, his wife, and I cut the first branch right before they started demolition. Yeah, it was a pretty dope experience.
See, that's history stuff that y'all don't know.
But it's
Glad you
like we
mentioned
didn't have social media back then. Nobody really was taking
that.
pictures. You know, Mr. St. Jones was out there with his camera as he was for 40 years. But, you know, that's probably all, you know, the proof that we have.
So Cam, let's take
Yes.
this back to the end. First, you know, always good to have a fellow Chicagoan, you know,
Yes.
on the live. I appreciate that. But I want to take it back to the beginning where you first started. I came across a couple of articles that mentioned you got your cooking start with your grandma. So it
Yes.
seemed like that she was probably like the big influence into you, you know, starting cooking and your love and passion for cooking. So if you could just tell us a little bit about your grandma and how she got you started with that cooking.
Yeah, so I am the youngest of my generation of my mother's kids. So, like, as my brothers were playing like Xbox or outside, you know, playing basketball or just on the corner with their homeboys, and my sisters was with their friends, I was stuck in the house with my grandmother. So, of course, she was older in age by the time I came around. So it was free game. I'm peeling the potatoes, I'm cutting the bell peppers, I'm chopping the onions, I'm chopping the celery. I'm filling up the pot with water to boil it, you know, and take it to the stove, you know, to boil it. So I just kind of had a kindred kind of spirit from it. And then for me, I've always been a very nosy person. And anybody that knows me knows I love a little bit of mess. Well, I love a lot of mess. I'm real messy. I love mess. And my grandma and her friends were just hilarious. And like, I mean, they would literally sit there and talk about everybody like they didn't even know them. And I couldn't miss it. Like I had to be in the kitchen every day to get the mess. And it just so happened that with that, I picked up a love for food. But another thing too is that my grandmother thought that she was going to play me because I was the youngest. So by the time I came around, I finally got introduced to things like oodles and noodles and like hamburger helper. But growing up, I was having like smothered turkey wings with rice and gravy on a Tuesday and grits, eggs, bacon, and toast and a biscuit on a Wednesday morning.
Right.
But as she got older, she started getting, I'm not going to say lazy, but she started get somebody else to do it. So I said, I will do it. Just teach me what to do because I still want to cook and I want to eat good. And honestly, that's how I started. So even in high school, like me and my friends, I hate to say it, we would skip class, and instead of us doing crazy things like, you know, going and stealing from the mall or, you know, crazy, just vandalous things, we would go to our mothers and parents' house and I would cook all the food that they had like in their kitchens and we would sit there and eat all day.
Well, it sounds like all of that really, you know, paid off because you're doing wonderful things within your cooking career. But I want to ask you one more question and
Yes.
kind of piggybacks off of Jen's with the Good Vibes Tailgate. And I really enjoy when alums come back and they want to give back to A&M in their own way through their passion. And you're doing it through the cooking and the tailgate. So talk to us a little bit how it felt about being now part of the homecoming and tailgate experience with the Good Vibes Tailgate.
If I could be, you know, as transparent as possible, it has been a very difficult thing to achieve because there's so much pressure. Because it's not just me. I'm a part of, I call the dream team of some amazing people. And they're not just amazing people. They're some of my closest friends. And if anybody knows people like Brandon Gilmore, Jasmine Shorter, Chris Nilsson, Brandon Jackson, we are diehard A&M is
Yes.
in our blood. And for
Yeah.
us, we are also perfectionists in our craft as well. So with it being, having that level of, it's just really hard to put in words because I'm getting chills right now because all we wanted to do was literally have good vibes only. But we wanted to create something that could be a part of a legacy that would be even bigger than us, that would be beyond us, because it was something that we just had never really seen at A&M. You know, we have always had an amazing tailgate experience, but the tailgate for me has always been catered to the older crowd. And, you know, you may be able to step and get a rib here. Somebody might got a fish plate for you. But how can we create that for our generation so that we don't just think we're coming to A&M or to homecoming and we just got to go to the club? No, we want to be on the hill. Like, I want to be able to be on those same grounds that I walked for 5-6 years, and I want to be able to celebrate, but I want to be able to have a place where any and everybody can come celebrate. So for me, we had the bright idea. It was literally like, hey, it was right after the pandemic. Are we going to do this? I said, I got the food. Brandon got the marketing. Jasmine Short is the most organized person that we all know. She's going to make sure logistically that we have every single thing that we need. Don Jr. and Dre Smooth over the entertainment. BB is an amazing host. He's a connector of the people. It's a dream team. And then the thing about it is that it's not about us. And no matter how big my name is, no matter how many places I go, anybody that knows me knows that my biggest accomplishment is Alabama A&M University. And I couldn't be who I am without A&M. There could be no Cooking with Cam if people were not coming to my dorm and buying plates. There could be no Cooking with Cam if people weren't walking all across campus to Normal Hills to support me. There could be no Cooking with Cam if when I was on these shows and I was auditioning for these places, I had people from all across the country and all across the world supporting me. So I figured, why not give back to them now? Why not? I'm going to be drunk anyway. So why not be able to be drunk and then be drunk with everybody? Like, the more the merrier.
I just have to jump back in and say, if that was your goal, y'all exceeded it. And I'm not just saying this. I'm not saying this because you own the show. I'm saying it because it's real.
We all still tired. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think any of us have recovered from homecoming yet. Like, I tell people all the time, this back and these knees are not the same, y'all. I don't know if it's just me. It can't be just me. Like, it just can't be.
I got so many questions. So I'll try to narrow them down. First of all, thank you. When I reached out to you to be on the show, you were very excited, and just keep it free for us. You know, I know you're gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, but just don't hit us with a contract with with 50 G's on the end of it. But so you mentioned that you used to cook plates in the dorm room. How many violations did you get for plugging up?
I got every violation possible, but not only did I get every violation possible, I was evicted off campus. Yes.
Wow.
I came home. I was the president of Award Modeling Troupe at the time. I'll never forget. It was May 2nd. It was 2 days after my birthday. It was finals week. It was a spring week. The semester was almost over. No, April 2nd. And I came home from class and I was going straight to the barbershop, and I was leaving class. I was walking past West. And I saw it was just hella, like, police cars going. I'm like, oh, somebody doing something crazy, like whatever's going on campus. I got to get to the barbershop. So I'm in the chair getting my hair cut, and I'm getting a million phone calls, and they were doing the hair and makeup at my apartment in Normal Hills. And the guys were saying, they're putting your stuff out. Like, they're putting you out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I have one more infraction left. Like, I still have one more. Like, I've read the contract thoroughly. They said 8. I'm only on 7. It was like, no, you just got your 8th one. All of your clothes are outside on the curb, outside of 7202. Yes.
Wow.
So you only get a certain amount of infractions from the time that you are in the dorm room and also when you're in Normal Hills. So of course I had about 3 or 4 while living on campus, but then I moved off campus, and then I got the rest because of Melt Monday. Because for one, you're not supposed to have more than 8 dwellings. Of course, you're not supposed to have industrial deep fryers on the school's power line. 2, it's a health code violation. 3, I should have been put in jail.
Hey, it's all part of the journey, man. It's all part of the journey.
Part of your testimony.
But I figure if I have the president's secretary every Monday, I already know what the president's lunch is. If I'm feeding the provost, if the board of trustees is buying food, then I'm good. But Aramark said, that don't even got nothing to do with them, okay?
And my next question is, look like you're. Tell us what you're doing now. Look like you're in your element right now. So what you got going on?
So I just moved back to Chicago to lead a culinary entrepreneurship program at my alma mater, Rich Township High School, 227. And students, y'all want to get in the video? Y'all want to come say hi?
Yeah, go ahead on and show
So
them.
Tell the kids to come on and say hi to
hold
them.
on right quick. So I'm here to lead like a culinary entrepreneurship program. Here's some of my students right here,
What's
guys.
up? What's up? What's up? Future
Hey
Hey
Bulldog.
y'all.
guys.
Future Bulldogs. There's some more out there, but I'm leading a culinary entrepreneurship program, the first of its kind. After I was invited back, y'all want to say hi? Are y'all not even booted? Suited up or booted up? Get off my camera and get suited up. I was invited to be the guest speaker for graduation, and after graduation, they said that we could create a program where we see what you're doing for people all over the country, restaurants, small business owners. Would you want to lead this program for the students? Because I was already planning a transition back to Chicago, and I said, of course, why not? I'm a servant leader. That's exactly what I would love to do. And at the tender age of 31, to have a curriculum that is being written based off of your life and what you have done, it only speaks the volume of what God can do. So I said yes. So I'm leading a culinary entrepreneurship program, and we're actually getting prepared for a Thanksgiving meal tomorrow, where we're going to do a staff and faculty appreciation, but it's being catered by the students in the program. Yeah.
Nice. And
So
then my
right
last
now,
question. I'm sorry.
no, I was saying right now. I'm working on. We're doing a gingerbread peach cobbler. So
Mm.
it's like a how do I say, an elevated version of a traditional peach cobbler. So instead of it being just a regular, cinnamon toasted dough, we're going to use some ginger snap cookies that we're going to infuse in the dough and a little bit of fresh ginger. So it still has that decadent and heavy flavor, but that ginger is going to brighten it up a little bit. So you're going to want to continuously want more and more without feeling like, you're too full.
Yeah, and my last question, guys, if you don't mind, like, how
No worries.
was it that you're going against all these, you know, chefs that went to these culinary schools and all that stuff? Like, how is it taking your talents going against those guys and winning these televised cooking competitions?
I go into everything with the same attitude. I was not given the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And as long as I have those three things, I can and I will have any and everything that I want. And I think that a lot of people should be a lot more bold in what their wants and their needs are in life, because I teach people all the time, we only get one life. We get one shot at this thing, and I'm not going to live mine in fear or in protection of anyone else, because that just seems like such a miserable experience when I only get one. So if I'm not fearful of anything, if I'm not fearful of failing, if I'm not fearful of disappointing someone, if I'm not fearful that you may be better than me, then I can walk into every room and not necessarily need a seat at the table. I am the table.
Nice.
Nice. Stir up the gift. That's what they say.
As humbly as possible too. And I think, as viewers are listening, as Bulldogs are listening, who may be stuck in a stagnant, place in life, we oftentimes mix humility with the fear of missing out. And it's two different things. It's totally different. Because if anybody that knows me personally, I am the most humble person that I can be in my capacity. And I love that, because I don't want anything from you. I don't need anything from anyone. So why should I make you feel less than, or why should I go out of my way to spend extra time, to be whoever? I know I'm a star. I've been a star. I was a star. I remember the first time I got kicked out of kindergarten from correcting my teacher. I've been this. I have been him, So for me, I just try to encourage people to be less fearful and take more chances and take more risks, because it's cliche as it sounds, you miss every shot that you don't take. And my life is a beautiful kaleidoscope of failure and perseverance, because I am successful and I'm thankful, and I give all glory to God. I thank my grandmother, and my family and my support system for raising a very well-rounded man. At times in my life, I had to learn. I used to be a very pompous asshole, but I felt like I had a reason to. But I realized that you can garner more people with honey than you can with vinegar. And working in a service-based career or lifestyle, I get pleasure not in how much money I make. I get pleasure. Hey, D. I get pleasure not in just, hey, Megan. I get pleasure in not just how much. It's not the vanity that I get pleasure from. I get pleasure from knowing that I can change someone's life by something that is tangible, and especially if it's food. Because if y'all are anything like me, I love food. I love
Okay.
food more than some of my blood relatives. I'm gonna tell you that. If I had to choose between fried chicken and crab legs, I got some cousins I might have to see on the other side of glory. I'm gonna tell you that right
Man,
now.
Cam, man, this was awesome, man. And let me
No,
tell you
you
something,
guys
brother.
are incredible. Like, I remember the first day that I saw you guys publicizing From the Hill podcast. I'm like, damn, why didn't I think of something like that? Like, I gotta get on that show. So when you hit me up, I immediately responded, yeah, let's do it. Whenever. I don't care if I'm in a car. I'm not missing out on the opportunity to do it. That's why I was like, I'm at work, but I'm still finna do it because, first of all, this is cross publication. I mean, cross PR. This is good PR for A&M. This is good PR for my program. This is good PR for me. We're gonna make it happen.
Well, I tell you what, man, this is season 2, but there will be a season 3. So
okay,
can we get you to come back for season 3, man? Because we need to
I
continue
would love
this.
to. I would
I
love to
love
do
this.
that.
I'm
All
loving
right.
it.
That's dope.
Hey, this is Chef Cam Dangerfield, y'all. He's an A&M graduate, shop champion, also doing big things in the Chicago community, and also he's got his executive chef of Cooking with Cam Live, and you can also see him doing this thing everywhere. So if you have not connected with Cam on social media, you better do it. If you haven't eaten some of Cam's food, you get your chance. You get your chance because I'm still waiting on my plate.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna tell y'all, the word plate, it repulses me now. And I'm gonna tell you why. And it's so funny because no matter where I go, you don't got no plate. I know you got a plate in there. I don't have plates in my trunk. I don't.
Okay, I'll be waiting on my spread.
Not you.
I'll be waiting on my spread.
But people really think that chefs just drive around with groceries just every day. Like, I don't. I promise you, I don't have lamb chops in the trunk. I don't have a cooler in there. I don't have an induction cooker. I don't. No, I'm joking. I got you. I would love to even maybe come back one day for a season finale or something and cook for you guys whenever we can all be in the same respective place. I would love to do that.
All right, my brother.
We're going to make that happen.
Sounds good. Hey, Cam, thank you so very much, man. God bless you, and we will see you in the future, man.
God bless you guys. I appreciate you guys' time. And anytime, it was a pleasure, guys. Go Bulldogs. Right. It's in my blood. I cannot lie. I'll be a bad, bad Bulldog to the day that I die. I have to get that in there. All right, man. And a lovely day. And I got to tell people, make sure y'all support the March Maroon and White. I will be in New York, making sure I'm there supporting my Bulldogs at the Macy's Day Parade. I'm going to be freezing, but it's going to be worth it.
All right, I'll see you there. I'll see you there.
Hit DM me so we can connect.
Sounds good.
All right, bye, y'all.
All right,
bye.
I love him, y'all. I love him.
And as we conclude that with Cam, we say hello to Corey Williams, and
hello,
good to see you, my brother. And our next guest tonight, he is originally from Greenville, Mississippi. He now resides in the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. He is a 1989 graduate of Mississippi Valley State. He is somebody that I have exchanged a lot of information with back and forth. I'll just say information. But he is also a brother that I am pleased to be able to join us. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coach, Patrick Thomas. Hello, Patrick. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's up?
What's going on?
And hey, we blessed and highly favored, man. And it's good that we had you on because we got the final game coming up this weekend with ourselves and your guys. And it's been a bit of a tough season for both teams, but down there in Valley, you guys have definitely competed like you always do. So go ahead and tell the folks a little bit about Valley and your experience at Valley and some things that we may not know about Valley.
Oh, Lord. Well, we're going to skip the record. And for the record, if any panel member laugh, I will come through the screen. I'm coming at you to get you, snatch you through the screen. I'm just playing.
Hey, we have no reason to laugh.
I'm just playing. No, it's all fun. No, when I was there back in our heyday with Jerry Rice and Totten, and all of us went to school together back in the days when we were running through teams and we were tearing folk up many moons ago. I'll say it like that. And right now, I'm gonna give the coach Kendrick Wade. He was the wide receivers coach. I'm gonna give him a pass right now for this season. It's his first season. I guess he's learning on the fly. And only thing I'm just disappointed in the record, but I always like the fact that we compete. We keep teams down, and just our offense, we can't figure out what quarterback we want to keep. Jamari Jones, who was the incumbent quarterback, he kind of fizzled out. And then they brought in the big guy, I call him the round mound of sound, Tajarius, the freshman out of Alabama, and he looked good at homecoming. Of course, everybody was eating tailgate then, but hey, he looked good. He came out and did what he had to do and won the game. And since then, he's hit that, I guess you call it, the freshman wall, and people are getting used to him. And now he's back out again. So I don't know who y'all are going to see Saturday. What quarterback you going to see? Maybe put Jamari out there.
All right. Coach, this is C.K. Williams. How you doing?
What's going on, C?
Hey, nothing much. Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Mississippi Valley, I just want to know from your perception, what does Mississippi Valley State University has to do to start, like coming to competing for championships? Because, the SWAC is very competitive and it's a recruiting battle in the states. And, and with Mississippi Valley being in Inner Beat, Mississippi, what do they have to do to really compete for championships? Because you're right, they show a lot of effort and they play hard. But what do they have to do to get to the top of the East to try to compete for championship?
Well, CK, I'm gonna tell you this, and this just disturbed me for a minute. They don't recruit the talent that's right around them. There's some talented kids. You got Mississippi Community College, Mississippi Delta Community College. You got some kids coming out of. You got some good kids in Greenwood, Greenville, all those surrounding areas that want to come to Valley. They want to come, but Valley does not get out and really recruit. I'm looking up when I see kids from San Francisco, California, and Anchorage, Alaska, and Butt Naked, New Mexico. I'm trying to figure out where these kids coming from. I'm like, you got homegrown kids right around the Delta that want to be there and are talented kids. I mean, good kids. But then next thing you know, Alcorn comes and gets them. Jackson comes and get them. And you fighting with Delta State. You allowing these kids that want to be there to leave. And they don't, and they can come right up the street to Valley and play, because that's how they got me. I was right up the street, and I said, "Hey, why not?" And like I said, when I was there, and I go back when I was there, we built a culture of winning. We won. We were competitive in the '80s in a lot of sport: basketball, baseball, football. We were winning, and it just you stop recruiting that Delta area where you got a lot of good kids, and you miss out on a lot of and I looked at our roster. We got a couple of kids from the Delta, but all our kids, we go away from the Delta and go all over the place. So that's what they got to do. They got to hit the homegrowns.
I got you. And one other question I have: what would be your pitch to a prospective student athlete as far as that's being recruited by Mississippi Valley? What would be your pitch as far as for a prospective student athlete?
Hey, son, come to the Valley. One thing I guarantee you, you're going to get some playing time and you're going to get a good education. I'll say that for a minute, because when I graduated, I've been teaching and coaching now for 30 plus years. When I graduated, I went right into a job and was able to teach and coach. So I know that education helped me a lot. And like I said, they may get turned off by the small school, but sometimes some may like a small school environment to come in and get some playing time. You can jump in there and start and make a name for yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, Coach.
Now, I just want to say the last time I came to A&M, we were I was a baseball player, and we played. And if I'm not mistaken, we played on the baseball field, and there was a large fan that was rotating by the baseball field, and a bird went right over my head, went right into that fan, and I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on here? Is this something that happens every time? But I'm not lying. And I'll give you all props. That is a beautiful campus. They treated us well. They accommodated us. They fed us real good. Like I said, I don't know what it is now. I just go by my experience on what I was used to. But I'm just gonna hold out hope that we can actually compete, because you got pieces, but you just got to add some in, and you got to get people in there that's dedicated to coaching. You know, you can't just fly by night and say, oh, I'm a coach, yay, and not get out and recruit. Because I had to go recruit. I got on the road for my coach, and we went. He told me, he said, hey, I'll pay you guys, go recruit. Now, I went and got some kids and brought them to Valley. But like I said, if they hit the Delta real good, I think they'll improve. I really do.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, coach, I have a question. You know, not trying to, rag on your school athletics department or anything, but being in a situation that Mississippi Valley in, not just for football, to the other athletics, and then you got somebody like us, and then we're kind of like always in the middle of the pack. It's kind of discouraging, when we're always there, not at the top. So what would you say to people in Huntsville, Alabama, in a nice sized city that has everything you could do, nice school, how we can keep our hopes up for our athletic program? Because people in Mississippi Valley, they're still supporting Mississippi Valley. So what would you say to people like us that, we kind of get in the dumps? How can we keep our spirits up?
Well, you all have several attractions around. Of course, Space Center, that's right there. I mean, you have to let them know when they come to a recruiting visit. Y'all can get good athletes, and I've seen some good athletes come out of A&M, and I guarantee you, if you all brought them there and showed them your campus, I guarantee you could keep them. Now, I'm a veteran of some years are not going to be as good. I've seen it all. I've seen good and I've seen bad. I've been in the middle. But you all actually have a good nucleus of people, because I know you all have to have the chicken fight with Alabama State. That's your rival. You have the chicken fight with them all the time for students and for athletes and everything. But you all can offer them so much because of the Huntsville is what's the population in Huntsville?
It's the last time I checked, it's projected to be 225 by 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Okay,
so you have something to give them. They wouldn't run out of things to do. You got so much to do in Huntsville as opposed to Mississippi Valley. We used to have the corner store across the street. Hey, $400 for $1, baby. We used to get across the street and hit that up. But that was the thing when our coaches would try to did that check. That's what we went. But yeah, you all have a whole lot to offer. And I think if you just any recruits that come there, you all could show them a whole lot of things to do. And you all's program is going to be there. You're going to be, like I said, you're in the middle, but you all are like us. You just have maybe a player or two from reaching that plateau and getting up to near the top and fighting every year. Just have to beat the bushes. Appreciate I'm saying that to say, please don't beat us by 50 this weekend. Please spare us. Try not to go to work on us. And maybe we'll score more than 3 points and give you all a challenge. Maybe. maybe.
Dave and Jen, they have questions, and then we're gonna get into the audience for you, Coach. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, hopefully, we're not gonna make it easy for y'all because we do owe y'all from last year. So
We do.
we're not gonna make it easy for y'all. But one thing that I like about Valley that you mentioned, and you saw it with, Coach Dancing, you see it with Coach Wade. So I'm assuming that it's in the culture of you guys' program. Valley has big fight in them. No matter what that scoreboard says, Valley is going to fight to the end. So I want to know if you could talk about where that comes from, because sometimes you can see, some teams kind of in their playing, you can see them getting defeated, and it shows how they execute the plays. So how does Valley keep that fight in them?
Well, and I'm not saying this to be funny or facetious, but when you've been down, you have nowhere to go but up. So that means the defense, I looked at our defense. Our defense is good. They're going to keep the game close. But for some reason, I looked at our plays, some of the plays we run, and they're kind of vanilla. Run, until you have to pass. Then you have to try to get a 1st and 5th, 3rd and 20, stuff like that. And I'm like, we got to mix it up. But they're going to be in every game, I believe. They're going to stay in every game because Jackson State, they were fighting Jackson State tooth and nail, and then all of a sudden, offense couldn't move the ball. The freshman, bless his heart, he tried to force a few passes and got picked off. I mean, freshman mistakes. So I just know they're gonna give a fight because one thing Coach Wade has done, he's put some fight in them. Might not have all the athletes he needs right now, but he got a couple of dogs out there who's gonna put forth an effort to try to win the ball game.
Awesome. Well, first of all, welcome to the show, Coach. And I got to shout you out for your passion. You are always 100% valid. So I admire that about you. I have a real quick question. We all know Jerry Rice. We all know Willis Satellite. But excluding them, who is the one, if you had to just sum up the athlete that embodies everything that Valley is all about, who is that one athlete that you would tell that this is the embodiment of Mississippi Valley State University?
Oh, I'd go with Ashley Ambrose. Ambrose was a cornerback that played with us back in the day. That Ambrose, he was a true dog. You wasn't getting by him, and if you got away from him, you're going to pay the next time. Ambrose would make it hard on any receiver or any offensive player. He didn't mind hunting. And Ashley was big time. Him, Vincent Brown, they called him the Undertaker. He was great. He played his heart out. And I can tell you one more. Carl Byron, if you get in his way once he started running downhill, you're going to ask for a license plate number because he's going to run over you. He's going to try to, at least. If he can't run over, he's going to make you feel something. So those guys really were big time when they played at Valley. And all of them had that, like I said, that dog in them. Oh, and a question for you, why do they call you the Great?
I mean, because
oh, my gosh.
I'm not saying anything wrong with it.
But I'm glad you actually mentioned Coach Brown because he came to Birmingham. I know he's the head coach for North Carolina A&T, and he came to Birmingham. And what I admired is a lot of his teammates came to support him. So they all had Mississippi Valley State shirts on, but they had it in blue and gold with his number on the back. So that camaraderie, I mean, they were so proud, and they was nice because I had my little A&M gear on or whatever. Because anytime an HBCU comes to play in Birmingham, and if I can help it, I will support. But that camaraderie with his teammates was really beautiful to see. So shout out to Coach Brown.
So I got two quick questions for you from the group. And actually the same guy asked them both. So shout out to you, my brother. Coach, what restaurant do you recommend when visiting the Valley? That's the first one.
Come on into the Union, and of course they got the great Chick-fil-A in there right now. But if you go to our cafeteria, you don't have to go to any restaurant. You're gonna get some good food in the cafeteria. I'm a victim of the cafeteria food, and I will use the word victim. It was good, and they do some good work in that cafeteria.
Love it. And then he had another question. So what's the name of the running back that Valley had kind of recently? The best running back that you had? I can't remember his name either.
I can't. The young man went to Prairie View, and I'm trying to remember his name. You see, you made me think now, and I can't remember his name. I don't know how we let him get away, but yeah, he ended up at Prairie View, and I haven't heard much from him if he's done anything. But he was a bell cow. He used to carry that ball, and he was big time. But Prairie View came in. I think they came in during the night when everybody was sleeping, scooped him away, and we didn't know about it till the morning. So I don't know. He got away.
Well, now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for our weekly pick segment. So, Mr. Patrick Thomas, you are our guest picker tonight, and when we get to the last game, we already know who you're picking, or maybe not. But we won't have to make any picks. We'll just ask you, to kind of talk a little bit about it when we get to the end of it. Okay. Now, everybody, as you know, as we always do every week, put your picks inside of Caleb Johnson. That's the name of the guy, right? Yeah, Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, that's him. Exactly. Thank you, Demetria. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now, everybody, you're gonna put your picks in the pick segment. And then once we're finished with this pick segment, then we're going to get into our final segment, which talks about the state of A&M football. But right now, we all going to be some good sports tonight. One more time, I just had to put it on up here. I know everybody's tired of seeing it, but I'm not.
I don't think I have that graphic available.
52 and 22. I'm good.
All right, here we go. First game. All right. We got Pine Bluff finishing it up against Texas Southern. Now, word is that McKinney is done. They say he's not. Come on, man. We've been around this business. We know he's done. All right. Coach, you get the first swing here. Who you got? Pine Bluff, or you see Texas Southern finishing these boys?
Well, I was totally shocked when Texas Southern beat the anti-lock brakes off Alcorn. That was a stunner. I couldn't believe that. That was crazy. And Pine Bluff, no disrespect, but I think they just wanted to finish the season out. I'm going with Texas Southern.
All right, T. Gooden.
Hey, I'm going to go with Pine Bluff. Texas Southern is in shambles right now. They don't know if the coach is going to be there or not going to be there. And I think Arkansas Pine Bluff, they are playing to not see a double digit in the loss column. So I think they're going to go 2-9. I'm going to gamble and take Pine Bluff on this one.
Jay the Great.
I think I'm going to go with T on this one. I'm going with Pine Bluff.
Dave.
No, I got to go with Texas Southern.
All right, man. Look, I said Arkansas Pine Bluff was going to be 1-10 and winless in the league. I'm not going to be made a liar. Texas Southern, big, man, big. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 touchdowns big. Taking all the frustrations out.
Well, where did Corey go?
I just said they say, where did Corey go?
Oh, here's Corey.
There you go.
Who you got? Texas Southern or Arkansas Pine Bluff, Corey?
Oh, Texas Southern.
There you go. All right, now we go to the Florida Classic. All right, Bethune-Cookman, I think they still running after last week. Going up against Florida A&M. Hey, Florida A&M has won 2 straight in the series after losing 8 straight. All right, Just Dave, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Florida A&M.
All right, Jay.
FAMU.
T.
FAMU, man, we got beat by both of these Florida schools. I'm really not excited about this game.
Okay. Hope they both lose.
All right, Coach, who you got?
Well, my friend that went to Bethune-Cookman not watching, so I go with Florida A&M.
All right, Corey.
It's a rivalry game, but it's not gonna be close. Florida A&M.
Yeah, I got Florida A&M big, man. I think they're gonna beat them by at least, I say probably 28, man. They gonna look to make a statement ahead of that SWAC championship game. Believe that. All right, the Soul Bowl.
Soul Bowl.
All right, now let me set this up now.
Set it up.
Alcorn coming off of losing on Sunday. Jackson State had a bye week. So not only does Jackson State have a bye week, they also had a chance to watch their rival lose, and their rival has to come in on a shorter week into their house. Alcorn, the only way they can get in the SWAC championship game, they have to win this game. Corey Williams, who you got?
Man, it was disappointing seeing Alcorn play like that against Texas Southern. So ain't no way I can ride with them in this game. I think Jackson State smell blood, and hey, ASU.
All right, Coach.
Is Deion Sanders coaching Jackson State?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Alcorn. I'm gonna put an upset. They're a little warm after last week getting trounced by Texas Southern, and they don't like Jackson State. They kind of want to try to get a little revenge from the last couple of years. So I'm gonna go Alcorn in an upset, 24-21.
Ooh, okay. T. Gooden.
So they do home and home with the Soul Bowl, right? So it's in
They
Jackson
do.
this year?
Yeah.
Okay, so home and home. I just FYI, they do home and home with a rivalry game. That's a different subject, but whatever. So I'm going to go. Last week, by the way, I did pick Texas Southern over Alcorn. Just want to put that out there.
Yes,
but
you did.
Week, I'm going to go with Jackson State is going to defeat the Big Bad Braves, man. I think they're deflated now.
Jennifer Murray, who you got?
Ooh, this one's tough because both have. Alcorn is playing for a shot at the championship. Jackson State is playing to stop Alcorn. So, with that being said, I'm going with Jackson State.
Dave.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like Jen said, it's a big rivalry game. Alcorn definitely playing for that championship. And I was shocked as well seeing them play against Texas Southern last week. But because of the championship, I know Alcorn will come out there and play Jackson real tough. So I'm going to go with Alcorn.
So in the preseason, I said that both of these records of these teams, I said Alcorn would be 6-5 and Jackson State would be 8-3. I did not think that they would arrive to this point with the chance to prove me right with their records. But I got to make the pick, and my pick is I think Alcorn's going to battle, but I think the emotions and the week off is big. Jackson State, I'll go with you, Coach, by a field goal. Here we go. The next big one. Now let me set this one up.
Set it up.
Prairie View win, and they are going back to Tallahassee. Lose, and it sets everything up because it gives Alcorn a chance. If Prairie View, if they win, they're in. Prairie View also can get in if they lose. Alcorn loses, and also Grambling loses in the Bayou Classic. All right,
so I just want to be clear. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you right, Wayne. So Prairie View has to win this one, and Alcorn has to lose it. Correct?
No, Prairie View controls its destiny. They have the tiebreaker over Alcorn.
Wins and Alcorn wins, it don't matter if Prairie View. I got it. I follow.
If Prairie View wins, they are into the SWAC championship.
Got it.
All right. Now, Alabama State with that vaunted defense coming to town. Dave, who you got?
I want to pick. I want to pick State because of their defense, but again, Prairie View playing for that championship, and I kind of want to pick them for that. I'm gonna go with Prairie View.
All right, Jay the Great.
I hate picking this school, but Alabama State's defense is it travels well, so I think Alabama State is going to end on a high note. Alabama State. All
right, T. Gooden.
Man, no disrespect to Alabama State at all. Obviously we've seen them play. But I think, man, based on the stakes that Wayne put out there, I think Prairie View, they're trying to get to Tallahassee. I think they think they actually have a chance to win it. So I think they're going all in on Saturday. I'm going to pick them to win.
All right, Coach.
Woo, this one's gonna be a tough one right here, but like Gooden said, Prairie View maybe a little angrier than the Hornets. And when you got something to play for, hey, you pull out all the stops. So I'm gonna go with Prairie View with the win.
All right, Corey.
Hey, this is gonna be a good one, but it's one school that does the fundamentals and the things that teams like A&M and other teams take for granted. They're good on special teams. They play good defense, and Prairie View is known to beat somebody who they shouldn't beat and then choke on another team. And so I'm going with the team who's just been showing that they play old school football and does the fundamentals and the simple things and win games. And that's going to be our step kids down at Bama State.
All right, so Prairie View, as y'all know, they were in the same situation last year. Coach knows it well because it was his team that upset them and kept them from getting to the SWAC championship game. You know what? Alabama State, they struggle on offense. They have only scored 20 or more points 4 times this year. And you see they played 9 games. But I'm going with the Hornets because defense wins the day. I got them winning about 17-14 in a low-scoring pillow fight.
Yeah.
All right.
That old school Baltimore Ravens.
That's it. All right. Now, let's kill the track. As we got our game here now. Coach, what does Valley potentially need to do to have any chance to win this game?
Pray.
Come on, Coach. Come on.
And then when they get through with that, pray some more. No, I'm gonna stop. I tell you, if we get to start out strong in the first quarter, because it seems like we don't. The only time we did the other game was if we start out strong and establish a lead. I think that would help us win because we don't start out and we try to. I don't know. We don't get those first quarter points. We get 3 and then we say, well, that's the average for the day. Let's go. And if we can score some touchdowns early, we got a chance. That's if. I don't know who's going to quarterback. I didn't see who they were thinking about starting. They might give Jamari since I think this is his final shot at it. They might give it to him or they might give it to the freshman. So that's going to be the key. We got to start out strong. We got to take it to Alabama A&M early. If we don't, then it'll be another tough game, close game, but a loss.
Well, I will say it like this, man. You know, it's been a tough season for us. We had some expectations. You know, we've lost now 3 games in a row. And, you know, we want to finish on a high note. You know, I respect Valley. I respect everything you guys do. I know you guys fight real hard in all of your sports. And if I'm not rooting for our team, if we're not playing you guys, I actually do root for you guys every single week. And I do believe that some times are going to change at some point, man, and you guys will be able to rise. But y'all keep fighting and keep believing, and we'll see what happens here on Thursday night, man. So, Coach, man, this has been great, man. This has been some good time talking with you.
I'm disappointed because I promise you, if I had known you all were on, I would have been tuning in, but I know now. So I know the time, so I know to tune in and check it out because you guys look like you have a lot of fun on this show. I'm part of a show on Saturdays called the Red and Rev Sports Show. We do us 4 of us. We do a show. We cover everything from college football to pros to basketball. We cover all sports. And one thing they always get me on, soon as we start doing the HBCU report, they mention Valley, and they look at me, and I'm like, don't look at me. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. So,
man.
This is great. This is you all are doing a great job. I tell you, if you all do this next year, and Lord bless and spare y'all to be here next year, I want to keep watching this show because this is a good one.
Hey man,
Coach,
we appreciate that, man.
Hey, Coach, you don't have to wait till next year. We're just taking a break next week, but we try to do this every week. Yeah, we do this all the time, every Tuesday.
Okay.
So that's not next week. You can go back and watch all the rest of them, though. We need those views, and we need you to subscribe.
I sure will.
Yeah, man.
No problem. Without a doubt.
All right, Coach. That's Patrick Thomas, Mississippi Valley super fan, graduate, and most knowledgeable guy out here. Hey, God bless you, man. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it. And hopefully after the game, I'll be able to get back on Facebook with a clear conscience. Maybe. I hope so.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Have a good one.
There he goes. That's Patrick Thomas, man. Hey, that was awesome, man. He was great, and we really enjoyed just being able to talk. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
We have real quick before we get into other stuff. We had some real funny guests today, man. Karen is funny, Coach is funny. Like I wasn't expecting those guys to be that hilarious, but they were. Yeah. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk state of Alabama A&M football. I know that there's a lot of people out here that have things to say. You have frustrations, some of it that you just acquired, some of it you've had for a long time. Been building up.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make a copy of the link. And if there is, if now I'm gonna be one at a time now, we'll give you a chance to come on and you can say what you feel about the state of the Alabama A&M football program. What I want you to do as well. All right, those that are watching, I want you to begin tagging people and tell them to come on and get involved with this roundtable discussion. Don't be shy. You've been talking all on Facebook. We know who you are.
And can I add some?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, T.
I'm just saying, can I add to it? Of course, people, because we want people to speak freely, but we also want to be respectful.
Yes, sir.
Have some sense about yourselves.
Have some dignity about yourself, but also be free at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to get it out, that link that Wayne's gonna copy, if you don't want to get on camera, that's fine. You have the option to turn your camera on or not. But we want to hear from people, man. People say a lot. So let's do it, because we talk to each other all the time. We know our stance on a whole lot of stuff. Exactly. But we want the people. Where D at? He can put the same comment 1,000 times. Click that link.
Yep. Click the link. Click the link right here, or copy and paste this link and put it in your browser, and you will be right on. And then we'll get you up here and you can talk. All right. Tell everybody that's around that this is the time for folk to talk. And like I said, now I'm gonna just say this now. If you get too far out of pocket, we gotta cut you off.
You're gonna get dropped.
Hey, get that button ready, Wayne. Put your finger on that button.
Yep. So we gonna let y'all marinate and think about whether you want to get in or not. But I'm gonna start this discussion just like this.
Go ahead.
My people, Alabama A&M Bulldog Nation. I love this football team. I love this program. I love everything about it. I get frustrated just like everybody else does. Just because you never see me say anything publicly, some of you have talked to me privately, and you know that my passion runs deep. But one thing I will say is that a lot of people are very quick to always say, we need to fire this coach. We need to get rid of that person. We need to do this. We need to do that. And if that's the right move, you know, it's definitely not our call. But if that's the right move, then so be it. But one thing I will say with what if it's the right move or not, I would ask you this one general question. Do you understand and do you believe and do you have a certain vision for where you think the program should go? Because you can say, I think this guy should be head coach. I think that guy should be head coach. Oh, look at him over there. Chennis Berry, Benedict College is undefeated in the Division II playoffs. But is Chennis Berry a fit for our program? You can say, oh, I want to have Ray Lewis as my head coach. Okay, do you think Ray Lewis is a fit for the program? My question is that I just say very plainly, if you're going to say, let's get rid of the coach, be prepared to talk about what the vision is. Because you can say slide somebody in. But one thing that you can do is you can slide somebody in and they'll set the program further back than where we currently sit. We've done all of this before, remember?
We have.
There's a guy who his initials are JS who was here. You remember, everybody was tired of that past regime. They said, we're tired of the past regime. Let's get some fresh blood. We got that fresh blood, and then look where we landed.
He had a nice resume on paper and everything.
Oh, tell it, T. Tell it.
He coached tight ends at Nevada. You know, he brought in some receiver. He brought in a receiver Ashley Lilly. He was actually a coach on our staff. He brought in a NFL receiver. He brought in good names. But yet again, here we are. But I'll let you finish, Wayne.
Yeah. I appreciate that in. You know, everybody said, hey, let's just get rid of the guy. We can start fresh. But when you start fresh, you've got to understand you're bringing in a whole new staff. And when you bring in a staff, you got to make sure that this staff is good for the direction. Now, before I bring on this first guest,
my question
is, do you want to be SWAC good or do you want to be nation good? Because, see, a lot of us, you're getting your feelings about in these SWAC groups where they dragging the team and you feeling hurt because you can't talk smack just like everybody else.
That's all.
Because you in your feelings, let's get rid of the coach so I can get back my smack talking privileges.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna talk trash regardless. I don't know who that is.
Right.
I'm gonna talk win or lose.
But let me bring up the first guy. Let me bring up our first guy. Mr. Chuck Hunt, come on in. Chuck Hunt, my brother. Come on in, brother. What's up with you?
Yeah, good evening to you all there in Bulldog Nation. It's been quite interesting this day with coaching termination with Eric Dooley and Clarence McKinney. And, people look for these things, but that's a tough job. I wouldn't want that job being the head person at the helm. And they go through a lot. You think about having to get recruits in there. There's a lot of pressure there. It is. Those jobs are pressure cookers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's good. And I definitely agree with you. So in the state of the program, though, in coaching, so where do you think A&M should go? What do you think A&M should do?
Well, it's up to you all with Coach Painter. He's great. Like we talk about what program is fit for a coach. I thought about him. He's back in Winston-Salem State. He led them to a national championship appearance in 2012 when I know they lost that national championship game to Valdosta State. And but that was the fit for him. I know he was at Hampton. That Hampton job was not the fit. And it seemed like things were kind of looking up at there in at Alabama A&M, but people talk about the abbreviated season, thinking that this program was on its way, and then all of a sudden, 2021 fall season started. It wasn't the same thing, and but let's face it, it was the pandemic, and then it came in, things started clearing out. You started seeing a difference, and like things were just not panning out for you all. And then you know what? You all have talent. Look at all that talent you have. I was at the game. I was at the homecoming game at Grambling. With you all doing Grammy's homecoming. My folks with the Grammy. My father played in the marching band. He was a Super Bowl win in 1967 in that marching band. Oh, I'm sorry about it. Can you all hear me? Yeah.
Chuck, you got to
speak up a little bit louder, man.
You got. We actually can hear you.
Now you got lower.
Okay. Sorry about that. I've been having problems.
There we go.
Yeah, you had your hand over the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks a lot. I truly appreciate it. I hate that you all didn't hear the things I was saying. I truly enjoyed
what you were saying. We heard what you were saying.
It was just low.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I don't want to ruin anything, because this is a great discussion. I'm glad that you all have this platform and all this intelligence up there on the screen. And I've been enjoying the show, after being at work here in Monroe, Louisiana. It's always great to converse in the comments, but to converse with you all right here. This platform, with the pandemic, gave us a chance to become acquainted with each other.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you watching, man, and appreciate you coming on here talking, man. So thank you for your comments.
Appreciate it.
All right. I wish you all the best in Bulldog Nation. You all take care.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks for watching every week. He's always in those comments, man. Appreciate Chuck.
Love the support.
Right.
Yep.
Who else you got back there, Wayne? Anybody else?
Yeah. Who's next? Anybody that wants to get in, there's the link. I'm gonna leave it up there. Hey, shout out to my boy. Look at my boy right here. Come on in here, Keedrick. Come on, man. It's been a day for you. Come on in here, brother.
Y'all can turn the camera off, man. You ain't got to be on camera. We don't even look at the camera. We just look at each other on the screen, so it's easy.
Yeah. Y'all come on up here. OJ,
come on in the room.
Come on in here. You can come on in. Anybody in the comments, come on in here. There's the link. You type it in your browser. Go ahead, Corey.
So we had two SWAC coaches to be let go today.
Yeah, well, one of them is unofficial, allegedly. At first it came out that the Texas A&M coach was
Texas Southern
let go. I'm sorry, you're right.
He did get let go too.
Texas A&M got $76 million.
Hey,
but Texas Southern, it's good to be a Texas coach. Texas Southern coach allegedly got let go, but then one of the VPs came and said they haven't talked to the man about the job yet. But we do know Coach Dooley. It was official today that he got terminated at Southern. He had 2 years left on his deal, so I was just wondering who was going to be the first SWAC school to do it, and it was Texas Southern. And as you know, in our conference, man, like nobody ever likes to pull the trigger on anything. So Texas Southern pulled it first. Southern pulled it first. So then we know what's going to happen. Texas is going to do it. Texas Southern's going to do it next. So we just want to see who else is falling out. And then that's all so far, Corey.
Hey, we got somebody here that y'all know real well.
Good.
Let's bring the man himself.
Dr.
Paul A. Bryant, the director of athletics.
AD said he want to come on in. Come on in the room, AD. I like people that don't run from. I like people that don't run from the word I'm not gonna say. So I appreciate you coming on, Dr. Bryant, when you know the fire is hot.
Now, Dr. Bryant, you can say whatever it is you want to say. This floor is all yours.
Right.
First of all, I'd like to say good Bulldog evening to everybody.
Yes, sir.
And I was listening to and reading some of the comments and things. As an AD, there's a lot that goes into making a decision. So decisions are not made by the talk. The decisions are strategically made, and I like to say too, because I've been getting tons of calls that we always will make the best decision for our student athletes we're going to make a student-centered decision, and that's what everyone needs to understand, that it will be student-centered, and um, just continue to support the Bulldogs regardless of what the decisions are.
Right.
We need you all to support. And I know that we play Valley on Thursday, and you can show your support by coming out and
You're all black.
and being all black. That's right. And so I just wanted to say what's up to everybody, and continue to support the Bulldogs no matter what.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. We appreciate that.
Absolutely,
Yes,
AD Bryant. Absolutely.
Be there Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah, I will be there in my black.
Good. But hey, and to your point, T. Gooden, you know I don't run from controversy.
I know you don't. I appreciate that. Any Jesse, so yeah, we see those comments. There's certain questions we know Dr. Brian's not going to answer on here because you got to. So he's not going to. He's just not. He's not going to tell you how much is left on Maynard contract.
Exactly.
He's not going to tell you that. So there's some stuff you're not going to get an answer to, man. So we see it, but you got to be smart, man. You got to be smart.
Well, I can't and I won't talk about personnel issues,
right?
And that's a personnel issue, and so again, I just can't do it. So,
right.
And I don't see the question, so because I'm
and Dr. Brian, we thank you for just being the leader that you are, and just being transparent, and regardless of whatever kind of issues or concerns, you always have an open door, and and you listen to the concerns. So that has taken a long way from where we have been. So I just want to say thank you for your leadership,
right?
Because we know the future is bright at A&M, regardless, and under your leadership. So thank you for everything that you are doing for our athletic program.
Thank you all.
Absolutely.
I think we're an extension of each other, but as a whole, I think Alabama A&M, you're talking about trajectory going up. Just our STEM program, all of our academics, our student affairs, our research. There's so much synergy going on, and we're going to continue that as we move forward.
Exactly, and that's all we can hope for. We got basketball season coming up, man. I'm excited about that. We got a brand new shiny event center. We got basketball until March, so that's something to be excited about.
Yeah, so we're trying to sell these season tickets for basketball, and I do want to share. It will be sometime, not next week, but the following week, what our final numbers were for season tickets for our Drive for 55. We're driving for 55. We've never sold over at one point, we had never sold over 1,500 season tickets. Now we doubled that and then some this year, but I will share the numbers with you all once we finalize them in another week. And I think that's we were excited about that, because we're trying to sell 5,500. Some say, well, we got a 21,000 seat stadium and we're trying to sell 5,500. We have to take steps to get there, because ultimately we want to have a sellout every game.
Yes.
And so now we're shifting over into basketball, and we want to make sure that we sell. Last year we sold 323 tickets, season tickets, for a 6,000 seat arena.
Wow.
The product is better. The game environment is much better. So I think we want to boost that up. I haven't given a number that we need to get, but I do know we need to get more than what we had last year. So I'm encouraging everyone to come out and support the men and women's basketball program. Our volleyball program, we leave, I think they leave tomorrow or Thursday, heading to Prairie View, as you stated early on, to take on Jackson State. So if you can get out to Prairie View, come on out and support. But we want to support all of our sports.
Yes,
Dr. Brian, do you know that that's going to be televised? The tournament, that's going to be televised?
I believe so. I believe it is. I'm not sure on what, but I will shoot a text to T. Gooden or CK and let y'all know if it is.
Oh, appreciate it.
Good deal.
Yeah. Some of the things that I'll say, Dr. Bryant, which goes along with what I started by saying, and I'll say this, is the support of the program, no matter who's in charge, has to be there. One thing that we can't be the proverbial fair weather, because there's no, I mean, I know that we had the episode last week called "It's a Great Time to Be a Bulldog." That could actually be the name of the episode every single week.
Every week.
Because it really is a great time to be a Bulldog.
Yes.
And I want to say this in tandem with you for all the viewers and those that are going to watch this. For those, and I'm just gonna give Dr. Bryant his flowers right here. I'm not paid to do anything. I'm not paid to say nothing. So y'all gonna listen to me say it when I say it. This man right here has done a whole lot of great work in the field.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff that you haven't even seen yet that's in the works.
Yes.
You all complained and complained in the past regimes about that folk wasn't attending to your needs. There was no signs of progress, and that athletics didn't really necessarily care to have a relationship with certain people. But this gentleman right here, this is a man of standard.
Yes.
And this man of standard right here not just deserves your respect. I'm telling you that I'm demanding that you respect him, because everything that he's put in is not worth some of the things that people have said about him. Now, I'm saying that because I know it's true, and the 4 people here with me know it's true. Do I have a witness, y'all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I just wanted to say that, Dr. Bryant, because I just needed people to get off of their high horses, people that's in the peanut gallery, saying everything that you say, people that be all on Facebook, all on X, saying all these different things, but would never get in the face and say something to a man who would be not scared to face you and tell you the truth. So I want to tell you that he's right here, right now, facing you. He took the time to come and get on this show right now, impromptu. We didn't know he was coming. That ought to tell you that that's a man of integrity. I'm going to step off the soapbox, Dr. Bryant. You have the floor still. You have the floor.
One thing I will say is, I hear a lot, it is what it is, but you're never going to deter me from doing the work that I do. And doing the work is making sure that our students are addressed and they get the best. So, when we look at the big picture, though, what about our giving? So there's a lot of people who say, well, I buy my season tickets. But the reality is, and so I give to the school, the reality is you're receiving something in return. So a donation is giving something and not expecting something in return. And so there's been a lot of talk about, we're giving to athletics, we're giving to the institution, but we want this, and this. Well, no, give to the institution. Our alumni giving is so low. Let's raise that up. Yes, I know you give to your national alumni. I know you give to your alumni dues, but that is not directly given to the institution. Take some of those dollars also and give to the institution so we can raise our profile of giving. That is so important. When we're trying to get other dollars or have corporations to give to us, the first thing they ask is, what about your alumni giving? Mm-hmm. And is your alumni giving? So when we give that low number, we're saying, okay, and they're saying, well, your alums don't give. And we're just asking, even we don't care what the amount is, but give to the institution so it will increase our alumni giving. And again, while Wayne can't stop me from working hard. So I don't care what the detractors say, we're going to keep pushing forward, because at the end of the day, I gave an analogy, and I seen this phrase, eagles, the only You may have seen it. The only bird that will get a nag at an eagle is a crow. But as that crow is on the back of an eagle's and nagging at his neck, the eagles just spread his wings and continue to fly. And as he's flying, the higher he go, the crow oxygen level is going lower. So he gets to a certain level, the crow is going to fall off, right? That eagle is going to continue to soar. Alabama A&M, we're going to continue to soar no matter what.
Facts.
Awesome.
Boom.
That's it, man.
Boom.
Well, Dr. Bryant,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Yes. You guys have no idea how much I enjoy it, how much I appreciate you. My entire team is they're excited to have you all are part of our team. And that's why we are doing a lot of the things that we're doing. So continue the great work. I appreciate you all. And you know what I say, as always,
go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs.
All right, y'all take care. Good night.
All right,
see you Thursday.
All right, see you Thursday.
Are we still jumping on soapboxes?
Right.
Or we done?
Right.
Hey, I'm off mine.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean,
good?
it's kind of it just I know a lot of people like to kind of what Wayne said. We always saying fire this person, fire that person, and again, sometimes that has to happen. It does. That's just what it is in any job, not just sports. But at the same time, I always try to look in the mirror. Like, what have I done? Are we coaching and calling plays? Absolutely not. But have we controlled the things that we can control? Have we bought those season tickets and donated? Because we just asked for $5 on Friday that goes to the athletic department, and the fees that go to it. So it's like $5.26. One thing that was mentioned in one of the groups, you can't blame the fans. No, you can't blame the fans for losses. But and y'all can tell me if I'm lying or not. At homecoming, we had 26,000 people in the stadium. On the side, A&M side, it was filled from top to bottom. Now, there's a lot of people there, but it only sounded like a lot of people when we scored a touchdown, when the band was playing, when the music was playing. We got to have the same. When it's third down, it should be a false start every time from the other team. We kind of the fans, and I say we're not fully engaged in it as we should be. Like I said, do we call the plays? Absolutely not. But we can disrupt the flow of the game for the other team to make it a little bit more difficult for the other team to win. Things like that matters. I mean, all of us watch those Auburn, Alabama, Ohio State, Florida State games on TV. Whoever's playing at home, you can't even hardly hear the commentators on your TV, how loud those fans be. Like, you can't even hear what they're saying. That's the stuff. That's the stuff that we can control. We don't make any personnel decisions. We can write all the long posts on Facebook all we want to. It's not gonna change the personnel decision. But we can change how we yell at the game. We can buy season tickets. We can show up. We can donate to the athletics program. We can do that. So that's what I like to focus on. And I said this in one of those groups the other day. I'm never loyal to a coach or in the coaches. I'm a loyal to Alabama A&M. I'm gonna be here when those coaches get promoted. When the athletics people move on to other jobs, they're gonna be gone. But guess what? I'm still gonna be here. So that's what Wayne was saying. That support has to stay, no matter if Dr. Bryant is there or not, no matter if Maynard's there or not, Coach Hewley, anybody. That support has to stay there, regardless of who's driving the car.
And you know what? I'll even add this. I'll even add this back to what T said. If you don't like the way things are going, in addition to supporting, just continue to pray. Because that's all right. You can do that too. I mean, for real, you can do that. Listen up, man. And listen, y'all know sometimes I can be sarcastic with my stuff, but I'm gonna say this for real. When I talk about, supporting the program and you want to win, look, man, we all want to win. Nobody wants to lose. You just had Patrick Thomas on here representing Valley. Valley has not won the SWAC since 1969. Okay. But the fact that they haven't won the SWAC since 1969, you see the passion that is in that brother's eyes, man. He bleeds those colors down there on that Delta. And you can say the same thing about people at Bethune-Cookman. FAMU wasn't always winning. They had some lean years too. And some of them people were still showing up at Bragg Stadium. People when before Dion came, remember what Jackson State was? Oh my God, man. We remember. Them people
used to beat up on them.
Yeah, Southern folk. We got some Southern people watching this. Southern, you know some of them lean years you had. Y'all was still showing up at the Mumford Stadium. So my point is, man, either you gonna support or you not.
Show that last comment. Show that last comment, Wayne. Not the last one, but the one prior before that. We're not showing it Hale Wildcats, but we'll show the one before that one.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you.
This is coming from Bethune-Cookman. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman.
Y'all, we have a gym on the hill. We really have a gym in Dr. Bryant. I will say this, and I want to shout out a group of alumni, because one thing about A&M, and I can say this, that the fans that are passionate. The fans that give, they give. Yes. The fans that show up, they show up. So I want to shout out, especially with the fan situation, I want to shout out a group of people, and they always sit top section D, right by the band. They are there, rain, shine, sleet, or snow, and now they want to expand and take that passion to the other sections of the stadium. So shout out to top section D. Shout out to Alumni Pep Squad. They are guests getting their feet wet with trying to promote engagement with the fans. So I want to personally shout out y'all. Y'all tap in with them if y'all have any questions on how to link up with them. You can hit me up. I can direct you to the right people. But yes, just to kind of piggyback what everyone is saying, give. And we do something as small as $5 Fridays. $5, you spend that at the vending machine at work. You spend that. That's nothing. But you just think about the impact that $5 a week would make. And when they see that money come in, that can help make decisions that you want to see. So $5. In addition to that, I personally have my I have donations that auto draft out of my account. Again, the best way to make your voice heard is with your wallet. Because let me talk. Money talk. And I ain't gonna say the rest. Y'all know the rest, but money talk.
And
just kind of keep those things in mind. It doesn't have to, you don't have to write a $50,000 check or whatever, but $5, $10.
That would be nice though if you did write a $50,000 check.
If you can. But for the rest of us, $5, $10, $25. Those things make a difference.
It all adds up.
It adds up. I promise y'all it adds up.
And just to add, I know like some people probably saying like they kind of, when you're at church, when the pastor always talking about give, you get tired of hearing it, then you hear us saying give. But one of the reasons, what's his name? Texas A&M coach.
The former coach, Jimbo.
Yeah, the former coach. The one reason Jimbo Fisher is sitting at home and got $76 million on the way is because people gave. When you give enough money, they can send you home and give you $76 million and don't even sweat. Yeah, we know it's all money, but they still had to give it away. One of the reasons A&M, not A&M, but Auburn can always get rid of their coach and play buyouts because they got people like, look, we're gonna give money to get rid of this guy. But do we have the same dollar amount? No, but we got something. So you got to give. I mean, are we going to have a coach that has a $76 million buyout and we pay? Absolutely not. But maybe it's $76 or $760. You know what I'm saying? just give the money. Just give, man. And honestly, that's what we need. I know you get tired of hearing it, but we need it.
And let me say a little something, because I know we're talking about giving and everything, and this is just my opinion, because I know the fans, and I know this is my opinion, and I know the fans, and people are disappointed in the season. I'm one of the biggest A&M supporters, and I'm going to support regardless. That's just me. Regardless if we won 0 games, I'll be there Thursday, and I support all of our sports program. And I know this year has been disappointing, and but I trust. I'm not, and I never recommend coach's job or whatever. I like our coach, and I like our coaching staff, and I trust that at the end of the year our the coach will assess our coaches and everything, and make the best decision, because it's definitely as a fans and as supporters, we know it's something that's broken, but I trust that our head coach will assess and see what needs to be fixed. So that's just my personal opinion, not from the Hill Podcast opinion, but I know people are disappointed as well as us.
Definitely. Like I said, don't think we happy about the season now. I personally just don't like to spend the energy and all that getting my blood pressure up to get upset about something I can't control. That's my thing. People like, man, we know you the spokesperson, and no, I'm not. I just don't use the energy for that, because I just don't like. I'm not gonna use my energy for something I can't control. I can control my giving though, so I'll put my energy and my support in the little $5 or $10 that I give. I can control that.
And I'm gonna tell y'all,
you can control your attendance at them games. You can control yourself yelling and cheering and chanting and getting engaged at the games.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. Y'all know when y'all give, y'all can put a comment by the giving rate. Y'all know I'm talking to when y'all give, y'all can put a little comment with your gift. Some of y'all will catch that in the car. When y'all give, you can put a comment with your gift. So wherever your Facebook post might not get noticed, they'll see that comment with your gift.
That's it. Hey, when you sow a seed, you put the message with that seed that you give.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah.
Because when you get the offered envelope at church, you can select which box you want your money to go to.
Hey, y'all know something, man. Listen, those that really support this program, great. Those that are really those that are just now coming into the program, continue to keep doing it. There's been some great things that have been happening on the Hill, and you ain't seen nothing yet, y'all. Just scratching the surface. So one thing I just wanted to show, I know our time is pretty well spent here. I just wanted to show this is the $5 Friday. And as you can see, this is the entire campaign that we are continuing to dedicate ourselves to. You see, these are the instructions right here. You see it. Visit AAMU.edu, click give, choose athletics. Now, when we say $5, Dave, tell them how much you should really be entering when you select to give. How much should you be entering?
$5.20.
And why is that?
Because you got to pay the fee.
That's it.
Afraid of the fee.
That's it. And we're not trying to give $4.80 to A&M.
I appreciate that, Jermaine. That might be coming up next. I don't know if Wayne got that plan next.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, it's coming.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure he had it coming up next. But yeah, that's gonna be big.
Yeah. So
most definitely.
Marching maroon and white now. They will be in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Thanksgiving.
The first
lead band.
Yep.
We are known to be the lead bands. Little history.
It is coming
up.
We
were the first HBCU band to lead the Rose Bowl parade. We weren't the first HBCU band to participate in the Rose Bowl parade, but we were the first HBCU band to lead the Rose Bowl parade. So
that's it.
MMW history for you. And
it.
set your DVR. I got my DVR. I got my YouTube TV DVR set for that Macy's Thanksgiving parade. Make sure you set it because you know how some of us walk off and y'all probably gonna be in there burning up the macaroni and cheese. So make sure that you set that DVR so you don't miss when the first band, the lead band comes start, so that they can go ahead and get their stuff out the way and enjoy the rest of New York. I'm glad
that's it.
I'm so
That's
excited.
it.
That mean but listen, y'all, I'm gonna have to be up early. Yeah, and don't you say nothing, T. Don't you say nothing. But I'm gonna be up early.
You ain't gonna make it on time.
I'm gonna make it on time. I ain't going all the way to New York and miss the band, but I'm gonna be up there early. And gonna be on that route. When I saw that note, I was excited, but I was like, "Oh, they're gonna be up there early." So
right,
I'm gonna be on the route on time in my A&M gear.
We always talk
I'm
about how defense travels with certain teams. CP time also travels.
Y'all not gonna do me. Hold on, let me address. Let me address this real quick. They have jokes. First of all, I don't live in Huntsville.
Correct.
And so I come to every game.
You do.
And so here now, do I make it to kickoff all the time? No, sometimes I'm parking.
Jim be leaving at kickoff. He leaving Birmingham and kickoff. Right. I'm on my way. I'll be there in 10 minutes, and you just not getting on 65.
She just passing the church with the big cross. Talk about I'm on the way.
Are y'all real? I make it by the first quarter. Don't do that. I make it by the first quarter.
Hey, but seriously though, y'all, oh man, I gotta put this up here. Jermaine, man, come on, stop, man. We already laughing enough.
He's talking about in the Macy's Day parade.
Yeah, in the parade.
I'm gonna say right now, I ain't wearing no Depends on parade. I ain't doing all that. I'm just gonna hold it.
And
hey,
Jermaine,
make sure you take plenty of pics.
And Jermaine, thank you for your top section D gift at homecoming. It was very much appreciated.
I definitely appreciate that gift, man.
Yeah. And that's another thing, y'all. Y'all come to top section D. It's nothing but love. It's nothing but love. So
yeah. So a couple things real quick, y'all. Thanksgiving is coming up next week. Next week we will be taking next week Tuesday off. But we will be back with you on Tuesday the 28th. Yep. So we'll be working on that. Look for our promos for that. Also, as we did in the opening section, we talked about Thursday night blackout. Game kicks off at 6 p.m. You can see T has it on his background. Mississippi Valley State is the opponent. Y'all, this is the final game of the season. And, make sure that if you're in the area or you're close to the area, make sure you take the time, man. Come on out. Celebrate for those seniors, celebrate for those players, man, that have given it since July. Literally since July, all the practices and conditioning and workouts, man. So let's send them off properly. We talked about volleyball. Volleyball is in the SWAC tournament. They are the number 4 seed. They take on Jackson State for the third match this year. They just played them on Friday. They went all 5 sets. They'll be down there in Prairie View, Texas. There will be some links. If it is being shown, there will be provided. The winner more than likely will get to take on Alabama State, who's the 1 seed. All right. Also, just remember basketball on Saturday. They're going to Lipscomb. Tip-off time is at 12 noon Central. And the ladies, same time, 2 p.m. Central. On Saturday, we'll be hosting Tennessee Tech for their home opener in the event center. And then right behind that, on the 21st, they'll be hosting UAH in the event center. So UAH will come to the event center to take on your Lady Bulldogs. So basketball season is getting in full effect. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And I just want to say I'm thankful for this group and also DT. I'm thankful for the fact that we get a chance to do this show and talk about what we love, which is Alabama A&M University every single Tuesday night. I thank everybody for all of your passion. Thank everybody for all of your contributions. Special shout out tonight to Chef Cameron Dangerfield. Thanks for joining us. He was so good in that first segment. And also the coach, Patrick Thomas, Mississippi Valley State alum. Thanks to Chuck Hunt for coming on. Thanks also to our illustrious athletic director, Dr. Paul A. Bryant, for coming on and joining us. Thank you for everybody who's watched and participated in these comments. It's been pretty great tonight. Corey Williams, any final thoughts from you, brother?
Hey, just thankful. I think you hit it right on the head. Thankful for Alabama A&M University, for my From the Hill podcast team. Just thankful of everything, and looking forward to what the future holds.
All right. Jay the Great, final words.
Listen, love A&M, support A&M, give to A&M.
All right. Dave.
Happy Thanksgiving and support Alabama A&M.
T. Gooden.
Happy Thanksgiving, and I love A&M like a fat kid loves cakes.
All right.
Little Debbie.
Yeah, Little Debbie style. Little Debbie style.
Not on that great value cake stuff.
Well, y'all,
the fudge rounds.
Well, y'all, for Jay the Great, Just Dave, David Thomas, Tenarius T. Gooden, Corey C.K. Williams, and also shout out to you, D.T. Green. Love you, brother. I'm your man, Wild Wayne Cartwright. We will see you on November 28th. God bless you. Good night.